Everything good? All right, everything's good. Let's make sure the mic is on. Ugh. There we are. There we are. Okay. Oh, crap. Never mind. All right, something else just happened too. I've got to keep it down just a little bit here. I've been watching this chick, cuts of her on YouTube. Is she wearing like jeans or something? She's only 27. And I'm going to be hypercritical. Right away, she's starting with the hair. I believe she has extensions with her regular hair, which I don't think she probably needs. And then she's got it, with the little curling iron back. And I that's just a bad hairstyle. It's going to put the hair back. It's going to get in your face. You're going to have to do that every 2 seconds. You're being looked at by the world. You've got notes or something that you're looking at. Her cross was off the whole time. She's got the V-neck on, but then the cross is off to the side. She just had a baby. She's very mousy looking. Her complexion is super pale, and then with whatever, I know she's a natural blonde, but then she puts probably additional color in her hair plus extensions. And I'm just going to go through a few sentences here because I noticed that she doesn't pronounce her speaking style bugs the fuck out of me. Her almost, oh God. Now, I'm MAGA. I just don't want, she's representing me. We're paying for her. When you say the word important as important, you need to have speaking skills training. It doesn't work for me. And I know I'm nitpicking. Another thing, I wanted to nitpick on Kristi Noem, who, by the way, was a total shoe-in for VP. And she somehow managed to fuck that up. She looks like Kimberly Guilfoyle today, running around with a tactical vest. I'll just call it that. That's what most people call it right now. But she has extensions hanging down almost all the way to her fucking belly button, her vagina, way past her hips at age, what is she, 50 something? And then she's got huge caterpillar eyes going. She looks like Guilfoyle. You can't be part of like an enforcement team with hair hanging like that. You just did a photo op. I believe you went and observed, but do you guys think that she's like a good border protection person? Hell, what's that job called again? I can't even remember anymore. That was, Homeland Security. That was invented after Trump, or Bush after 9/11. It's an important job because now other things fall underneath it, which never did. At the moment, the most important focus is immigration control because we have probably 100 million illegals in here. Well, 75, close to. I don't think that's an exaggeration. When the government puts an app on your phone, but you've somehow walked all the way from Venezuela and your phone is still fully charged, you're not dirty, your skin looks okay, you'd be completely dehydrated. You were taken there on a bus or a plane and dropped off there by probably Catholic services or something. Which anybody that's Catholic out there, withhold your money right now. So you have this broad, and I'm going to pick her apart because I think Kayleigh McEnany Although I know she flipped on Trump just for some money and some Fox News shit. The people that he had prior were more my cup of tea. You had this horrible, bizarre looking woman in there from Jamaica, the lesbian. I'm not even, you know what? And I'm not even gonna, or wasn't she? No, she was Haiti, right? I mean, like he had to fill his White House with these bizarre positions, which, by the way, to you people out there that are libs, fucked up your chances of winning for like at least the next decade. There could be shenanigans that go on, but so now, okay. It could be too loud.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we?
How
Good to see
are we?
all of you.
Right
It's
away
an
with
honor
the hair.
to be here with all of you. A lot of familiar faces.
She said all of you twice. She's not ready. She's not ready.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we?
Good afternoon, everybody. And then she goes, how are we?
Good to see all of you.
Good to see all of you. So she's redundant.
Honor to be here with all of you.
It's an honor to be here with all of you again. I know she's nervous, but all of you, everybody, we.
Faces in the room.
You professionally walk up to the microphone and you say good afternoon. You know, and you do your thing. You don't, how are we? It's good to be. We're all here. We. And we're 12 seconds in. The cross, I'm not saying there is nothing wrong with, she's, I guess, Catholic. I've heard she's Jewish. I don't know. It's too big, and it's not a crucifix. Most Catholic people wear crucifixes. I get she's trying to symbolize that she's with God and a Christian and all that jazz, but it's too big. The fuchsia with the black and the blonde hair, it's drawing out her complexion too much, or it's hot pink, whatever it is.
Room, a lot of new faces.
A lot of new faces. You've never been there before. How would you know? Now, can we see the extension line? You see it? Yeah, we can.
President Trump is back, and the golden age of America has most definitely begun. The Senate.
All right, so right now I'm in high school. Sorry. I'm not going to make this much longer. I just didn't want it to go to shorts.
It has already confirmed 5 of President Trump's exceptional cabinet nominees: Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary
Marco Rubio ain't exceptional, and the predictions are in that he'll be out soon. And it's interesting how he picked a sitting senator from Florida that had lots of rumors about doing cocaine. There were pictures of him all over the place at a foam party. We called him Foam Boy in 2016. Thought he could beat President Trump in a presidential election. A lot of the people in Milwaukee, Republicans, no one supported Trump. I did. They pretended to, or did, after he was won the primary. But I mean, I tell this story. I was in my car driving home from wherever, when the stores used to be open till midnight in my neighborhood, the Walmart, the grocery store. It was great. No one was there. I could get what I needed, and everyone else there was of the same mindset as me. Get in, get out. Everyone knew each other, even though it was in the hood. And I listened to WISN, and there was like a candlelight vigil going on. So I picked up my cell phone, called, got it through right away, was on the air right away, and I laughed. I said, boo-hoo. And I just laughed. I said, this is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard on this station. Are you finished now? So that's Marco Rubio. I believe Trump picked him to dispose of him. Let's continue with this lightweight.
Secretary Pete Hegseth, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. It is imperative that the Senate continues to confirm the remainder of the president's well-qualified nominees.
Now, it looks like she has brown lipstick on. Oh, she'll get her teeth done soon.
As quickly as possible. As you have seen during the past...
I don't like how she sounds. She's like making a high school speech. Yeah. Nah. The big false eyelashes. Do we need that?
In the past week, President Trump is hard at work fulfilling the promises that he made to the American people.
This is too juvenile for me. Yeah. Yeah, we all know that. You need a press conference for this? Yeah, I don't like her. Okay.
On the campaign trail. Since taking the oath of office,
she could have had this little ditty memorized and in a form that didn't need to be read from paper. I don't think she's very good. 27 years old and a new mom. I don't think she's very good.
Office, President Trump has taken more than 300 executive actions, secured nearly $1 trillion in U.S. investments, deported illegal alien rapists, gang members, and suspected terrorists from our homeland.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Am I being too nitpicky?
And restored common sense to the federal government.
You wear gold with pink like that? Yeah, I went, and then, she's got the extensions and...
I want to take a moment to go through some of these extraordinary actions.
Extraordinary.
On day one, President Trump declared a national emergency at our southern border.
Let's bring it in.
To end the form of government efficiency, who is...
All right, we know this. At what point... I want to see the questions. I want to see how she handles it.
Working alongside OMB, and that's why OMB sent out this memo last night.
No. I don't like her.
Because the president signed an executive order directing OMB to do just this. And the reason for this is to ensure that every penny that is going out the door is not conflicting with the executive orders and actions that this president has taken. So what is this fund hearing? You will continue to receive that. And President Trump is looking out for you by issuing this pause because he is being a good steward of your taxpayer dollars.
Thanks, Caroline.
Sure.
Pause.
How long is this pause going to last, and how is the Trump administration?
They are much stronger press people than she is. Is she wearing... what the fuck is this chick wearing? What are the way these... Look, she looks like Harris.
Recommending that organizations...
I know, I can't hear. I really don't care what these people say anymore.
Pay their rent in the meantime.
It is a temporary...
Something about paying their rent. States are allocated grants to put in, I don't know, the kitty or whatever. I don't know how you want to put it. I know I don't have the right word, but states get grants from the federal government. They're not going to freeze Medicare. They're not going to freeze existing benefits. to people receiving them. Ugh. Okay.
Temporary pause in the Office of Management and Budget is
I hate the word pause. Say the word freeze. A temporary freeze. Pause. We're just gonna pause it. What does that mean? It's not definitive enough for me. It's too vague. I know I'm
reviewing the federal funding that has been going out the door. Again, not for individual assistance, but for all of these other programs.
Yeah, okay. I don't like her. She's nervous. She's speaking too fast. The volume on this channel is shit. And I know it's going to be too loud for you guys when I replay it.
That I mentioned. I also incoming director of OMB this morning, and he told me
the Office of Budget, whatever. I don't know. I don't even care at this point.
To tell all of you that the line to his office is open for other federal government agencies across the board.
She's just not going, y'all.
And if they feel that programs are necessary and in line with the president's agenda, then the Office of Management and Budget will review those policies.
She's not speaking. She's like, she's too monotone. I don't like her. I
think this is a very responsible measure. Again, the past 4 years, we've seen the Biden administration spend money like drunken sailors. It's a big reason.
Amen.
We've had an inflation crisis in this country, and it's incumbent upon this administration to make sure, again, that every penny is being accounted for honestly.
No.
Why impose this pause with so little notice? Why not?
Let me tell you, this chick has her. Because she can see that she's nervous. And that she's not, I don't think she's strong. I'm sorry, guys.
Give organizations more time to plan for the fact that they are about to lose, in some cases, really crucial federal.
Are you talking like Catholic charities losing money to bring in illegals?
Funding, at least for a period of time.
There was notice. It was the executive order that the president signed. There's also a freeze on hiring, as you know, a regulatory freeze, and there's also a freeze on foreign aid. And this is, again, incredibly important to ensure that this administration is taking into consideration how hard the American people are me right now. Again, direct assistance.
She's letting that broad in the black suit go way far. Oh, they have her number. She's not very strong.
Not be impacted. I've been asked and answered.
You know what? Carrie Lake would have breezed through this without any notes. And I don't like Carrie Lake.
About this OMB memo, there's many other topics of the day. Jackie Heinrich.
Direct assistance, Caroline. It's going to another
Office of Budget Management
organization and then trickling down.
Direct assistance that is in the hands of the American people will not be impacted. Again, as I said to Peter, we will continue to provide
at one time
that list as it.
They already answered it. Yeah, nah.
Comes to fruition, but OMB right now is focused on
as it
moves forward.
You guys, we're 36 minutes in here.
Caroline, in the announcement that you made last night on the Iron Dome, it said the president had directed that the United States will build this Iron Dome.
Yeah.
When you read into the executive order, it seemed short of that. It asked for a series.
Okay. I know you guys are saying, well, Colleen, you're being, in your video, it's just wrong the way you're handling and speaking it. A lot, because I've been listening to a lot of different videos analyzing Trump with very experienced people, and the way many of these directives and EOs and whatnot are being written are nothing. They can be perceived different ways. I know this is a shitty video and all. Let's think about this for a minute. Biden, here, let's bring it up, because I'm going to cut this video because it's almost 3:00 in the morning. I had something kind of wrong with me, guys, and I feel like I need to go to the hospital, and I'm afraid to, because my experiences have been so bad. So I've been praying it out with God, obviously. And I have an ultra, 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 ultra severe pain, not where I was hit, but on the other side, to the point where it's almost incapacitated me. And it feels very similar to when I had the abscess on the other side. And my infectious disease doctor, now that had me in the hospital 7 weeks. My infectious disease doc told me that, yeah, it's going to come back. You're not going to get rid of this. It's only a matter of time. So the only way I can get comfortable or pain-free is by, well, actually I haven't been comfortable or pain-free. So I'm going to cut the video short, but I am studying and watching this stuff. The Iron Dome. Trump wants to end the wars. The weapons manufacturers are, at the moment, making money. Therefore, the investors, the market is doing good with these stocks because the Biden admin was pumping hundreds of millions of dollars, if not like billions, into this industry. Many people own stocks. They have IRAs, they have 401s, they have retirement funds. If he started to just pull money like that from the defense spending or the defense industry, it would create a problem. So that's why these are my thoughts, comments based on different things and ideas I've heard out there from other people. Back in his first term between 2017 and 2021, he did the Space Force. Now he's saying, well, let's do Iron Dome, which I don't think will amount to shit. But it sounds good. Makes the people, I know, makes the people feel safe. It doesn't work in Israel. How the hell is it going to work here? I don't even want to get into that. It's a good way to give money to people on the defense side that isn't going to directly killing soldiers. Period. I don't give a shit what country they're from. No one deserves just to be bombed to death, in my opinion, in this day and age, in these unjust wars that we're in right now. These are my opinions only. I would do more on this. I'm afraid that YouTube will not care for that. But the Iron Dome, the whole concept, it's a missile defense system. And the whole concept behind that, this is something Reagan was doing and he was criticized for it. In my opinion, is to satisfy the defense contractors, pure and simple. Let's keep going with, I'm sorry, I just don't like this broad.
Series of studies.
I wish people had better hair. I'm having trouble with my hair again, too. Just because somebody did a bad cut and color to it. I'm just looking for a decent hairdresser. I look at these women. They're in DC and they look like shit. Make people attractive again.
Yeah.
And reports back to him. Can you tell us whether the president has directed this? And if he is just concerned on this issue, why
He's been there for a week.
the suspensions that we saw listed by OMB included so many different nuclear programs, non-proliferation programs.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Programs to blend down nuclear weapons and so forth.
First of all, when it comes to the Iron Dome, the executive order directed the implementation of an Iron Dome. It also, as you said,
Get the hair out of your face, but go on.
kind of directed research and studies to see if or how the United States can go about doing this,
Yeah, okay.
particularly the Department of Defense. When it comes to the other question that you asked about those specific
She's going to do every 2 seconds because she really doesn't have a handle on it.
programs, again, I would say this is not a ban. This is a temporary pause and a freeze to ensure that all of the
Pause and a freeze, or a pause or a freeze?
money going out from Washington, D.C. is aligned with the president's agenda. And as
But she's over-talking it.
the Office of Management and Budget
No, I don't
has
think she did a good
updates
job.
on what will be kickstarted once again, I will provide those to you.
Clarify.
I think she's repeating herself too much. I already answered that question. I know that I'd be no good at this, but I also know what it's like to be in a room with even 4 doctors doing a presentation for that particular office or group and having them plummet me and laugh at me if I didn't know the answer. I didn't have the bully pulpit, so I learned from that. And a lot of times it would be almost like I'd be in an out-of-body experience. I'd be so nervous, but you learn what to say and how to handle yourself so you don't have to keep repeating yourself. One more.
Clarify for a sec what you were saying before on Medicaid. It wasn't clear to me whether you were saying that no Medicaid would be cut off. Obviously, a lot of this goes to states before it goes to individuals and so forth. So are you guaranteeing here that no individual now on Medicaid?
He's an idiot. You walk into any hospital, it says SLA. If a person is covered by Medicaid insurance, trust me, their bill's going to be taken care of by the federal government.
Medicaid would see a cutoff because of the pause?
I'll check back on that and get back to you. John.
Thanks a lot.
Oh my God. What a dumb answer. What a dumb answer. I'll check back and get back. Now, I want you to think about this logically. You know what? I'm going to have to end this because it's after 3. He's not going to cut off Medicaid to millions and millions and millions and millions of citizens. Plus, I just got done saying these go into state funding programs. Medicaid is run by the states, not the federal government. It is the state's responsibility to make sure they're funded properly. If that includes grants by the federal government, then that, and she doesn't understand this because it would almost fall under Medicare. And if anyone who disagrees with me, oh, I like her, well, just tell me why. What am I missing? I don't think she's on top of the issues. I don't think she's not even 30. She does not have enough real life experience, in my opinion, to handle this job. Actually, I didn't know she was this bad because I've been looking at clips and now I'm seeing everything.
Caroline, as you know, in the first week that the president was in office, signed an executive order as it relates to birthright citizenship, trying to eliminate that. Now, 22 state attorney generals have said that this is unconstitutional. A federal judge has just agreed with their argument. What's the administration's argument for doing away with birthright citizenship?
The folks that you mentioned have a right to have that legal opinion.
Did she just say folks? Oh, no. Oh, my God. She's from, like, the Jack Posobiec crowd.
But it is in disagreement with
Here she goes again. Like Hillary and Obama. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
the legal opinion of this administration. This administration believes that birthright citizenship is unconstitutional, and that is why President Trump signed that executive order.
I would have worded that differently. I would have said the 14th Amendment, and I would have gone into the history of the 14th Amendment briefly and why it was put in there. Because of slavery. And then I would have spoken of anchor babies. People are coming here and they're taking advantage. They're coming here specifically to begin families and have kids, essentially so they can start collecting off the government and establish their own citizenship, because that is what would happen based on the way things are now. If people are not encouraged to come here to pop out a baby for American citizenship, which leads to American benefits, specifically a baby is the kid is going to get like I said, all states are different. They're going to get the health care. They're not going to let a sick child just die. And it'll be covered under Medicaid, under child in Wisconsin. It's called like child and family something. Then they're going to get about $200 to maybe $300 a month per kid food stamps. Healthcare, but then the parent is going to fall under, I think it's called Aid to Child and Families. And it just goes on and on and on, and it snowballs. She should know what the fuck this is before she comes into this meeting. This is important shit. Let me check and get back to you. Yeah, that's okay, but not right now, not on your first day.
Illegal immigrants who come to this country and have a child are not subject to the law. The legal opinion of this administration. This administration believes that birthright citizenship is unconstitutional, and that
just re-explain that, because that would mean that I'm an unconstitutional citizen.
That is why President Trump signed that executive order. Illegal immigrants who come to this country and have a child are not subject.
Illegal immigrants. What'd she say? She doesn't pronounce her words properly. She doesn't enunciate properly. No.
Agreement with the legal opinion of this
administration. You know what?
This administration believes that birthright citizenship is unconstitutional, and that is why
boy, did she slopped that.
Why President Trump signed that executive order. Illegal immigrants who come to this country and have a child are not subject to the laws of this jurisdiction. That's the
but you didn't. Nah. Okay, so there will be more to this. And this is a 3 a.m. me being just generally, I don't like her. I don't think she has enough real life experience. I don't think she has enough knowledge. I think she'd be a good secretary. But even then, I think she would have problems in the jobs that I held. Okay, so now you guys can, bring on the hate, but just hear me out on this one. And my regular viewers, give me your opinion that know more than I do.